Hi everyone, welcome back to E-commerce Success by At360. Today we're going to review a question which is very frequently asked by e-commerce business owners. They're asking, okay, how come I'm spending more money on ads than the business I'm making in return? In other words, for specialists, they have a return on ad spend lower than 1. And that's a big problem. You want to have every dollar spent on ads getting you a multiple of that back in business and in profit. So they're asking what they need to change. We're going to review what could be the possible reasons for that and what's the information we need in order to make a correct diagnostic of the situation. If you enjoyed these videos, if you like this content, please like, subscribe to the channel, comment below. Each of these little actions really helps us a ton. It helps us grow the channel, reach more people, and help as many business owners as possible be happy, productive, and successful. Okay, this video is brought to you by At360. At360 is the easiest way to increase sales online by clicking on one button, compared to many other ad systems which are super complex and you need to set up Google and Facebook and other ad platforms. On At360, you just come in, you enter your daily budget, your location, and you start quick ads in one click. And we start automatically generating banners, creatives, even if you have no designer, no creative agency, and no materials to start ads. We generate these for you automatically, and we run them all over the web on a network of millions of websites, independent websites, blogs, news websites, and many mobile apps. And so we advertise outside of Google and Facebook and other social media platforms, but it's often, when it's well done, it's often a very successful type of advertising, which used to be only accessible for bigger brands like Disney, Uber, State Farm that we've worked for many years. Now we're giving the opportunity to anybody to tap into that advertising network. Okay, let's get into today's video content. So we're reviewing the post from Terry 6493 about traffic and sales on Shopify. So they're saying, hello all, I have launched my store and I have done some marketing with Facebook and TikTok, but I have only made 2 sales. Okay, I'm spending more money in ads than my business is making, so that means, yeah, your return ad spend or ROAS is lower than 1, so that's not good, of course. I need help learning how to make more sales without spending more money than my business is making. Of course, any help would be appreciated. Okay, so first of all, it's a very common issue to have, especially when you get started with online ads. So I'm not that surprised. You have to go through. Already asking for help and asking for tips is already a first good step. So congrats for that. Now you're not giving us a ton of information in order to help you precisely. So I'll give you a very generic response, and then I'll tell you how you can help us give you a more detailed and accurate diagnostic of the situation. So if your ads are not working, it could come from different problems. First, you could be successful in bringing people to your website, but your website is not converting well enough. So out of 100 people on your website, how many make a purchase? On average, e-commerce websites should be between 1 and 2% conversion rate, actually closer to 2%. So from 100 people coming to your website, you should be getting about 2 sales. So you told us you made 2 sales, but how many people came to your website? If only 50 people came to your website, then that's extremely good. But then you may have another problem we discussed. If you have 200 persons coming to your website, you're making 2 sales, then that's a bit below average, but that could be still okay. There are many successful businesses that have just a 1% conversion rate. If you have 2 sales of 500 visits on your website, then that's really bad. That means we can improve the conversion rate. We go through your website, check if there's a problem with the design or technical issues in the checkout process, or maybe just the product is not detailed, presented well enough. You need to add more details, information, social proof, such as reviews, images of the product being used by people, testimonials or stuff like that. Highlights on the features, the benefits of the product. So maybe there's a marketing problem on the website, or there could be a technical issue or something else. By the way, if you want to share your website address, I'd be super happy to take a look and give you a personalized review of your website, the e-commerce components, technical issues, SEO, marketing, and so forth. Okay, now imagine your website is converting well, but you're still losing money. Then this could mean you're paying too much for your ads. If you have a like a crazy high CPM, cost per mail, or very high CPC, meaning you're paying too much to get a click, then it could be not worth it, even if you have a good conversion rate. So if you're spending, $200 to bring 100 persons to your website, so that would be a $2 CPC. And if you don't understand what I'm saying, I will link in the description below a video that explains all these weird acronyms that we use in e-commerce and marketing. So CPM, CPC, CTR, CVR. If all of these are foreign to you, I highly recommend you watch this video and then you come back to this one and understand a lot more. So if you're paying $200 to bring 100 persons to your website and you're making 2 sales, then if one sale has an average order value, AOV, of $500, then that's pretty good. So from 2 sales you're making 1,000. You pay $200 to make 1,000 in sales. That could be very good. If these are like $20 products, then that would be a big issue. So you're paying $200 to get $40 back. So in that case, it means that you could have either you're paying too much for your ads, so CPM is too high, so maybe you're not targeting the right audiences, or your CPC is too high, meaning that they're not clicking enough on the ad. So it costs a lot. You need to show your ad to many people before one actually clicks on the ad and goes to your website. This could mean there's a problem with your ad copy. So the image or the video or the text, the description is not enticing enough. People don't really understand, or they don't like it, or it's not, clickbait enough, or thought provocative, or at least it interrupts the pattern in a way that makes them want to learn more, that entices their curiosity. So, making ads that work well is an art as much as a science. You need the technical aspects, the data analysis, but you also need the art of making a beautiful creative with a powerful message that's going to resonate well with your audience. So without more information, we don't really know if the ad is not performing well, so it has a low click-through rate, or just the ad setup, your campaign, maybe the ad is good, people are clicking frequently on it, but your ad setup is not right on the platforms, meaning you're not showing the ads to the right persons in the right area at the right moment, and you end up paying much more than what you should be paying to show the same ads to similar people or to better targeted people. If you're selling, gardening tools, show ads to people that are really into gardening, that love gardens, that love nature, and don't show these ads in the middle of New York City, for example. That would be really... So if you just have a generic, United States targeting, you're targeting the whole country, you're going to show these ads to both people that have a garden and people that don't have a garden. So you need to be a lot more specific in your areas, in your demographics, in your genders, in your interests, and in all of that. That's something I'd be super happy to help you with. We offer free audits and free consulting sessions at the moment. So if you'd like to get a free one-on-one call with me where you go over your advertising setup, I can help you for free, no strings attached, no commitment, to help you fix this. Lastly, it could be that your ads are working well, but you just have a margin issue. Right now, it's super hard to make a profitable business if you're selling like t-shirts, for example, print on demand. If you're making just $1 margin on a t-shirt, you'll never get profitable ads, even if you target the right people. So you need to have value added in your product that justifies a higher margin, or you need to create a ton of content on the website, which means you're going to convert at a much higher rate. Your website is much more efficient at converting people, or you need to employ different techniques. For example, retargeting. Retargeting is super, super important. It's the most performing form of ad by far, because retargeting focuses only on people that have been to your website before and have expressed interest in your product. And you're going to find these people again all over the web and show them specific ads to bring them back so that they can complete their purchase. Retargeting is like 10 to 20 times more efficient than every other form of advertising. So it's super important you get this right. Then you have other stuff. Depending on your product, your business, we don't really know, but you could think of selling bundles to increase the average order value. You could set up a subscription model. So instead of selling one product one time, you sell them on a regular basis. You could introduce upsells after the first purchase so that you can add another product. I see many successful businesses that say they get 20 to 30% of their revenue from upsells. If you don't have upsells at the moment, it means you're losing out on a ton of incremental revenue. And that could be the difference between profitable ads and unprofitable ads. Then you have a ton of other stuff like emailing strategies, marketing strategies. And if you just have low margin products, maybe you just need to consider other forms of advertising altogether, like SEO, more organic form of content, social media. Okay, so if you want us to help you more, what you should tell us is one, what's your website? So share the address, or just tell us more about the business, what kind of product, what pricing point, pricing range, and without sharing too much confidential information, tell us an idea of what's the margin percent or how much you're making the product, or just tell us how much dollars you're making of profit per product. That would be super helpful without telling us even what's the product pricing. Secondly, please share more information from your ads, at least how much you've spent, how many impressions you got, how many clicks, and then on your website, how many add to carts. And you told us you had 2 sales. So if you do get more sales, please give us an updated number. From these metrics, we'll have more than enough to already give you a more accurate picture of what's going wrong. Depending on, because from these we can calculate the CPM, the CPC, the CTR, the A2C, the CVR. Sorry if I'm speaking foreign language to you, but again, there will be a link in the description to watch this video. From these, we'll be able to identify which one is the weak link by comparing that to average figures for the industry and similar businesses. We'll know where's your weak point, where you need to focus your efforts to make sure it's working well. Okay. I look forward to getting this info, and any business out there, if you're in the same situation, feel free to share with us this information, the stalling, your budget spent on ads, impressions, clicks, add to cart and conversions. And from this info, we can help you understand very precisely what's not working well and what to do to fix this and get profitable ads. From business we're working with on Ad360, can't disclose you all the confidential details, but on Ad360 we have customers that get, for every $1 spent on ads, they get $10 back in revenue. So that could be a big difference. If we manage to help you on each little aspect, and you multiply by 2 your conversion rate, and you divide by 2 your cost per click, and you increase your click-through rate, at the end of the day you can have much more efficient ads. All of these are going to multiply. There's a multiply effect if you improve each and every aspect in this chain of events towards the conversion. I hope this video was helpful. I hope we've given you at least a few ideas. And again, feel free to respond, comment below, tell us these figures, and we'll make a follow-up video to discuss that in more detail. Thank you. I wish you a ton of success. Speak soon. Bye.